Top 50 famous philosophy quotes about life and love. Two things are infinite: the universe and human stupidity, and I'm not sure about the universe. Albert Einstein. Be the change that you wish to see in the world. Mahatma Gandhi. Without music, life would be a mistake. Friedrich Nietzsche. The opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference. The opposite of art is not ugliness, it's indifference. The opposite of faith is not heresy, it's indifference. And the opposite of life is not death, it's indifference. Elie Wiesel. Go to heaven for the climate and hell for the company. Benjamin Franklin Wade. A day without laughter is a day wasted. Nicholas Chamfort. Have you ever noticed how, what the hell, is always the right decision to make? Terry Johnson. How wonderful it is that nobody need wait a single moment before starting to improve the world. Anne Frank. Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. Margaret Mead. You talk when you cease to be at peace with your thoughts. Khalil Gibran. Man is the only creature who refuses to be what he is. Albert Camus. May you live every day of your life. Jonathan Swift. We have to dare to be ourselves, however frightening or strange that self may prove to be. May Sarton. 1. Remember to look up at the stars and not down at your feet. 2. Never give up work. Work gives you meaning and purpose, and life is empty without it. 3. If you are lucky enough to find love, remember it is there and don't throw it away. Stephen Hawking. If a cluttered desk is a sign of a cluttered mind, of what, then, is an empty desk a sign? Lawrence J. Peter. There is nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so. William Shakespeare. It is hard enough to remember my opinions, without also remembering my reasons for them. Friedrich Nietzsche. Never let your sense of morals prevent you from doing what is right. Isaac Asimov. A human being is a part of the whole called by us universe, a part limited in time and space. He experiences himself, his thoughts and feeling as something separated from the rest, a kind of optical delusion of his consciousness. This delusion is a kind of prison for us, restricting us to our personal desires and to affection for a few persons nearest to us. Our task must be to free ourselves from this prison by widening our circle of compassion to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature in its beauty. Albert Einstein. You do not write your life with words. You write it with actions. What you think is not important. It is only important what you do. Patrick Ness. Fantasy is escapist, and that is its glory. If a soldier is imprisoned by the enemy, don't we consider it his duty to escape? If we value the freedom of mind and soul, if we're partisans of liberty, then it's our plain duty to escape, and to take as many people with us as we can. J.R.R. Tolkien. Without deviation from the norm, progress is not possible. Frank Zappa. Trust yourself. You know more than you think you do. Benjamin Spock. Do not fear to be eccentric in opinion, for every opinion now accepted was once eccentric. Bertrand Russell. The most beautiful experience we can have is the mysterious. It is the fundamental emotion that stands at the cradle of true art and true science. Albert Einstein. There may be times when we are powerless to prevent injustice, but there must never be a time when we fail to protest. Elie Wiesel. Think left and think right and think low and think high. Oh, the things you can think up if only you try. Dr. Seuss. A woman has to live her life, or live to repent not having lived it. D. H. Lawrence. I was within and without, simultaneously enchanted and repelled by the inexhaustible variety of life. Fitzgerald F. Scott. We are all atheists about most of the gods that humanity has ever believed in. Some of us just go one god further. Richard Dawkins. When we are tired, we are attacked by ideas we conquered long ago. Friedrich Nietzsche. You're not to be so blind with patriotism that you can't face reality. Wrong is wrong, no matter who does it or says it. Malcolm X. If you ever find yourself in the wrong story, leave. Mo Willems. Time is an illusion. Lunchtime doubly so. Douglas Adams. The past has no power over the present moment. Eckhart Tolle. The reasonable man adapts himself to the world. The unreasonable one persists in trying to adapt the world to himself. Therefore all progress depends on the unreasonable man. George Bernard Shaw. I cannot teach anybody anything. I can only make them think. Socrates. A truth that's told with bad intent beats all the lies you can invent. William Blake. Maybe everyone can live beyond what they're capable of. Marcus Zuzak. Let's think the unthinkable, let's do the undoable. Let us prepare to grapple with the ineffable itself, and see if we may not F it after all. Douglas Adams. Happiness can be found, even in the darkest of times, if one only remembers to turn on the light. J. K. Rowling. Those who know do not speak. Those who speak do not know. Lao Tzu. We are addicted to our thoughts. We cannot change anything if we cannot change our thinking. Santosh Kalwar. The price good men pay for indifference to public affairs is to be ruled by evil men. Plato. You only live twice. Once when you are born, and once when you look death in the face. Ian Fleming. For me, I am driven by two main philosophies. Know more today about the world than I knew yesterday and lessen the suffering of others. You'd be surprised how far that gets you. Neil deGrasse Tyson. Science is not only compatible with spirituality, it is a profound source of spirituality. Carl Sagan. Heard melodies are sweet, but those unheard are sweeter. John Keats. A paranoid is someone who knows a little of what's going on. William S. Burroughs. An intellectual? Yes. And never deny it. An intellectual is someone whose mind watches itself. I like this, because I am happy to be both halves, the watcher and the watched. Can they be brought together? This is a practical question. We must get down to it. I despise intelligence. Really means, I cannot bear my doubts. Albert Camus.